I hope traders and investors alike were green yesterday. I do want to take a moment and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoy spending time with your family. Family's the reason why we do this. So we've had an interesting week. Uh, so we did get some hot data coming in yesterday. We've also heard some of the Feds being quite a bit more dovish, and we are seeing that there is some possibilities of slowing down the rate hikes. The market is still remaining on the bullish side. So let's just take a look at the charts. So this is our bullish percent index, and this is for the Nasdaq. And we obviously we can see the Nasdaq is trading a little weaker than the rest of the indices like the SPY. So, and you can see a little bit of weakness there. So this is the bullish percent index for the S&P 500. You can see we're still holding that 70, and you can also see here the S&P 500 is considerably stronger than the Nasdaq. Put the call ratio, we're still in this bullish area at the 107, or bearish area. We're still bearish there. They are hedged up. Ethereum, we are trying to take back the 9 here. I actually drew the trend line just so you can basically see. This is why I use these particular moving averages, because they already let you know that there's a resistance level there. So you can see the trend line, you can see the 9. We are above. That's a good sign. Next stop, if we continue to push, see where this candle closes today. If we can hold that, look for a push up to the 20. So this is the oscillators for the Nasdaq. We are 94, still neutral. 100's getting a little warm. You can see 142 here on the New York Stock Exchange. That's a little warm, but we still have plenty of room to move in either direction. The S&P 500, this is the weekly chart. We still have some room to move before we hit this downtrend. This is the breadth chart, the 80 lines. And you can see we have turned down a little bit, but our moving average that we use has turned up following price up. So that's a good sign. The dollar pulling back. You can see the market pushing as the dollar is pulling back. A nice flag. We did regain that 9, and we have broken back below it yesterday. At this point, I'm looking to see a candle open up and move down lower. MACD's bearish there. VIX just getting slammed. We are outside of the Bollinger Bands now. So that's actually not a good sign. A lot of times we can see a reversal to push back up into the Bollinger Bands. But the VIX is beat down enough that I don't think it's going to make much of a difference if it does push up a little bit. Crude oil getting pulled back. This is coming in on news. I believe it was 60 to 70 a barrel is the price cap that they're using to try to affect Russia's economy. Gold, we still remain below the 9 here. Had a really nice push. We did break below our short-term average here. So showing some weakness. MACD is definitely changing character. Stuck in between that 9 and 20. We need to retake the 9 to have a bullish look at it. We need to lose the 20 to have a bearish look at it. This is the percentage of stocks that are above the 200 and above the 50 moving average for the New York Stock Exchange and the S&P 500. And you can see for the New York Stock Exchange, 45% are above their 200 daily moving averages, 76% above their 50 daily moving average. Now for the S&P 500, considerably stronger. You can see 61% above their 200s, and you can see 89 above their 50s. Considerably stronger there with the S&P 500. So this is the advanced decline lines, and you can see we're turning up on the S&P. You can see the strength here. The New York Stock Exchange is turned up, but you can see small caps are not showing the same strength. Mid caps are not really showing the same strength, but the strength is definitely in the S&P right now. This is the highs versus lows, and you can also see here for the New York Stock Exchange, we have a few days here where we've put in more highs versus lows, and you can also see the S&P 500 considerably stronger. The Nasdaq, you can once again you can see some weakness there. Apple daily respecting this 9. Want to get back above this downtrend here. Want to see a candle open up, preferably Friday morning, open up and push up. Watch your daily 200 if we do continue to push there. Abby, this thing's just been ripping higher. We had this flag pushed up out of it, come back, flagged back in, and just totally ripped higher here. Seeing this spinning top candle, I would be cautious here for a move down to the 9. Just possibly coming back in for another flag. AMD respecting the 9, pushing up here. Just definitely not a bad looking chart. Nice looking MACD there. AMD's weekly, you can also see here that we're right into your 20 weekly for resistance, trying to hold the 200. But that 20 there is a area to definitely basically needs to be taken out to definitely keep an eye on. It's also at a previous level of resistance there as well. 20 is already telling you that it's there. A firm, just ugly. I'm a little worried about a firm. It just may be one of those companies that doesn't make it through this. You can see just nasty downtrend there. When you have the market showing strength and then you have these stocks that are just totally beat down and still losing ground. Just want to be careful with those names. Those are the names to look for short on. I'm not really looking for bounces. I'm looking for more of stronger trends to the upside to play for the upside. Now you can see Amazon's weekly chart. We did have this bull bear pennant here, and we have broken down out of the bear pennant. We did close on a long-legged doji there, but we did move down this week. AMC, we had some news come in on this that provided some opportunities for members. Amazon come out talking about movies, and it just caused a pop with AMC. You can see AMD's 15-minute chart here. Nice rip, and then just give it right back. AEO, this one we put on the list for Sunday, had this huge move this week off of earnings on Tuesday. Seen follow through on that candle on Wednesday. Really nice move up. Strong MACD there. Really nice chart. I added the weekly chart for American Eagle as well. We have taken out the weekly 50. See if we can hold this move up. Nice weekly MACD. Very nice chart there, showing some strength. Amgen, Amgen's been strong, just ripped up. These flags constantly ripping up. But now we're seeing a change in character in our short-term moving average, which is our 9. We can see it rolling over. See the MACD rolling over. So we may see some pullbacks there. And we've actually talked about some of the rotations that are coming, that possibly to be seeing in the market. A lot of stuff that was super strong and has been super strong. Probably going to see some rotations out of into some other names, possibly tech, but into some other names. Right now, tech is trading a little weaker than a lot of the other stocks are in the market. So you can see Amazon here, bear flagging down here below your 9 and 20 on the daily. Just weak, and we called that out on Sunday in Sunday's video about how much weaker Tesla and Amazon were compared to a lot of other stocks, and they provided some good short opportunities. Uh, APA struggling with this previous level of resistance here, and it's struggling with it to get back above it. And MACD's bearish there. Apple 15-minute chart, huge move up, big pullback, and then recover. Very nice move there. Um, Apple weekly chart, 2 days or the last 2 weeks, we have held above this little trend line here I got drawn, but we are still below that 20 weekly. We need to take that out. Need to take that 50 weekly out too if we're going to push. RK, Arcade's got a little candle pattern down here. Possible morning star down here, possibly. It's back above this previous level of resistance that we have drawn. Still below your 9, 20, 50 all right there. So it's basically coming up on a wall. Need to see it clear those before I'm interested into it. Boeing has closed back above the 9. Boeing has been super strong here. I would draw this line out. I would still need to take out, draw a line on your candle bodies, and I still need to see that line taken out before I would be interested in going short or going long there. If we break down and lose the support, possibly look for a short opportunity down to the 20. Your MACD is still trying to hold in, but looks like it's ready to start giving, rolling over. BBY, another one, earnings. Retail has just been strong. You can see this little cup and handle it's pushed up out of. Retail is just strong right now. On strong retail numbers, a lot of good earnings beats, and even we've some names have guided down, but a few of the names actually did guide up as well. Bitcoin weekly just still hanging out down here on the support. You can see Bitcoin's daily here trying to hold above the 9, which is your short-term moving average. Your MACD is trying to change character there. A possible double bottom-ish down here. I don't really like this, but as long as we hold above this 9, maybe we can push up. Not looking for a huge move on that. Boeing, you can see this ripped higher yesterday and put in like a tabletop here, pull back, tested your 20 weekly or 20, your 15-minute 20, and then push back up off of that. Actually, I like seeing them close on the highs of the day at the close. It's just a sign of strength. Charge point, this one's another name that's been weaker. We talked about it Sunday. There's some of these names that are trading weaker. They were either short opportunities or they just wasn't worth looking at right now. Same with Chewy, still under your short-term moving average. You can see where it did push up and it did pull back and closed under. And you can see the action there on the 15-minute chart. So XLP, consumer staples, nice push. We're still outside of the Bollinger Bands there. Retail's got a lot to do with that pushing so hard. Crowd, once again, just another weaker name. Uh, you could get a 1, 2, 3 setup here if you were able to push up above here because you do have a higher low. If you were able to clear these moving averages and take this out, you could look for a 1, 2, 3 reversal. But then you're going to run right into a downtrend. My opinion, it's just not tradable. Look for a rejection, maybe. CVX, we talked about energy, possibly going short, and then we put in these wicks. We had a lot of wicks to the downside on a lot of the charts, and just told the Discord that I wouldn't be looking to go short because of those wicks, and we shot back up. We did close below the 9, in between the 9 and 20 there. It's just not rare. I don't like being wedged in between two moving averages. Obviously, if you want to make money in the stock market, you need room to move. Now, you don't need as much room to move with options as you do if you're trading shares. A 2 or 3% move can be on an option. On the right name can be a huge move with an options play. DVN, kind of evening starish here. Still come back down, testing the support level that we marked off here. Just not looking very good. Oxy's kind of looking the same there as well. This is Dix. You got this contraction area, great earnings, guided up. Uh, so it started its expansion stage, has broken out of the contraction area. Let's see what this does Monday. Decent MACD. Look at the strength in this when, everything else was pulling back. This was able to hold in for the last few months. DraftKings, very, we're back up against this trend line, even though we kind of took it out there. I'm still watching this trend line here. You can see we're trying to get back above it. At this point, I need to see this take out this 200. DraftKings did have some bearish news this week. There was a hack, provided some opportunities. Dollar General, I don't remember the earnings on this one, to be honest. Still under this kind of rough cup here. It's angled down. Don't really like that, but you can see it's basically just a base, and we have resistance here. We need to clear that resistance to be looking to go long there. This is retailer. This is food retailers. So we're looking at things like Walmart. Walmart does sell other stuff besides food, but Walmart, Target, some of these stores that do sell some food are included into this, and you can see the strength there of that cup and handle. Lily. So you basically flagging here at the 9 and 20, drawing your line across your candle bodies. That line needs to be taken out for me to go long there. MACD, not really sure what this one wants to do. And like I say, we could see some rotations out of some of those names that have been super strong going into other names. And you can see the XLE here, once again, wedged in between that 9 and 20 there. So I'm not super interested when we're wedged in between those like that. You got to have room to make money. EQT, this is just a nice looking little cup and handle here. So I went ahead and put this chart on for this video. You can see this little contraction area here. See how we broke out of it and then trended down. Contraction, expansion, trend. Contraction, expansion, trend. All right, ExxonMobil, the 15-minute chart. You can see we pull back Friday pre-market and then tried to push up a little bit. Not a huge move there. Ford's still struggling with the moving averages, just 200's what this needs to get above if it's going to continue to push. We're losing our MACD there, so a little worried about that. First Solar, just just been a beast grinding up. GameStop, Car Icon, and I believe a few others as well revealed that they have some major short positions here in GME this week. Google's still trading on this little island. You got gaps all over the place. Gap down here, gap up here. Respecting the 9, once again, if you draw respecting the 50, back above your 50 and your 9, if you draw a trend line across the top of those candle bodies, that's what you need to take out before you take an entry. Home Depot, really nice push. Broke out of this tabletop here, ripped up higher, or pushed into resistance, and now we've pulled back. So looking for a move back above this resistance level for another entry there. QQQ back above the 9 here. We did lose it for a while. We were able to recover it. Lost it Monday. We were able to recover it on Tuesday. Pushed up above it on Wednesday. Starting to show some strength there. Still a little weaker than the SPY. You see the trend up there on the Qs. And the weekly chart for the Qs, we have this 20 weekly moving averages above us for resistance. You can see your 9 turning up off your 200. So that's a good sign, but we need to clear that 200 if we're going to push. Now, the bonds have been raging. So there's been a few times this year that we've pushed up in the bonds, like in the August. The bonds have been steady selling the whole time. So now we're finally seeing some strength into the bonds. We're back above the 50. 9's working its way up. 20's working its way up. Getting some decent volume coming in there. MACD looks really good. Showing some relative strength in the market right now. IWM, we talked about this last week, or on Sunday, not last week, but on Sunday, we're right into this downtrend, which your 50 moving average is telling you there's a downtrend there. IWM, this is your daily chart trading in this cup. Looks like it's working its way outside of the cup. Maybe we'll see a handle. Either way, we need to clear this 200. We have cleared it. Let's rephrase that. We need to hold this 200, hold above that 9, see if we can push. We do have a previous level of resistance right there. So if we can do push, we definitely need to take that out. IWM, you can see it's trading in this little broadening channel on the 15, just grinding up the last couple of days. Lockheed Martin bounced off support here, previous support, and back above the 9. Not seeing a lot of momentum there. Moderna, or I'm sorry, Mara. We talked about this when all the FTX stuff was going on. We talked about how this needed to lose the support level. You had a couple of different touches here, so we needed to lose this, and when we did, price. So when you lose a level of interest, we expect to see price accelerate. Merck, just a beast, breaking. We pushed up here, stopped, took a few minutes, put in a little base, tested to 20, right back up. Just super strong there. MMAT, congratulations to the members who called a trade off this. We posted this the other day in the Discord, and just wanted to point out that we're back to the 9 again. So maybe every time we launch, maybe it's worth keeping an eye on. Maybe there's a launch there. Meta. So Meta's below your short-term moving averages there. Need to get back above that 9 to go long. 15-minute chart's a little choppy. MU, another one in between your 9 and 20, just kind of bouncing around here. MACD, possibly trying to cross again. Either way, just need to get back above the 9 before I'm interested in going long into it. Microsoft had a nice day yesterday. Had a decent week. It's held the 9 the whole time, pushing up. Decent looking MACD there on the daily. Microsoft, you can see Microsoft pushing into the end of the day, closing strong, and after hours, closing strong, then pushing up above the closing numbers after hours. Just a sign of strength. Microsoft on your weekly chart, your 9 is turning up, but you have your 20 up here. That would be your next level of resistance. If we do continue to push, your MACD is changing character. Moderna, here we have lost a 9. We have come down. We tested this previous resistance, which is now support. Tested that and pushed, but we need to reclaim that 9 to be bullish on it. Once again, you can draw your line across your candle bodies. Pretty much the 9's already telling you what you need to take out. MACD is definitely changing character here. Let's see if we get this bearish cross. Maybe we can get a pullback. Remember, cups push up to previous levels of resistance. A lot of times at that point, we'll see them pull back 30% of the original pattern to put in a handle. MRL, we've lost a 9 and 20 there. Oil, crude, energy names have just been really tricky here lately. The NASDAQ, you can see, just like the Qs, we lost a 9. We were able to reclaim it back above the 9 yesterday, trying to push back up. Definitely weaker than the S&P 500. Netflix, we do have this bearish divergence here, looking for a possible breakdown. I do like this wick down here on this 20, showing that it's getting some support there. We need to reclaim that 9 to be bullish. Could look at this as a low, a higher low. This could possibly be another higher low and another push back up. Still have this gap up here. Been definitely working on that gap slowly, but it's been filling it. NVIDIA, you got a morning star pattern down here, strong candle on Thursday, follow through on Friday. Usually when you have a candle pattern, you can expect the next 1 to 3 candles to go in a direction of your candle pattern. So maybe we can see some more upside there. NVIDIA 15, you can see a big push, big pullback, and a nice recovery. That's day trader's dream right there. We love those moves. And NVIDIA weekly still holding above the downtrending channel, holding above the 29, swooping in, decent looking weekly chart there. Oxy, you can see the downtrend on Friday. Did have a little recovery at the end of the day, but nothing to write home about. And Oxy, you can see Oxy looks a lot like DVN's chart. Just not super interested in those right now. Palantir, another one. Possibly look for a move. You had your close down here, moving up. Look for a move up to this 9. Probably just it's hard to say because you got a low and a higher low, but you have a high and a lower high. So it's just kind of possibly forming a longer term symmetrical triangle. We'll have to see where that goes. There's just too many other charts that are much, much stronger right now than to consider trading names like that unless you're just day trading it. You can see on the intraday here, you put in a low, put in a higher low. So low, higher low, you would expect your high, your next high to be higher than your previous high. Basically, one, two, three, take that out. That's your reversal. Didn't really give a nice move there, though. I mean, you'd have made money on it, but it wouldn't have been a big move. Pendleton down here, holding your 20 while your 9's trying to roll over. It's one worth keeping an eye on. But I'm just not. Once again, these names plug. Here's another one. When you're trading weaker like this, I'm just not as interested in these charts as I am the ones that are trading stronger. Obviously, I want more than, not saying you can't get some support bounce on something or something like that on some of these names. I want more than that. I want a nice, strong, trending move more than a bouncing move. You know, if we didn't have stocks that were trending right now, there would be a different story. But when you have stocks trending, not really looking at bouncing moves. Riot, another one, trying to move back up to the 9, but just showing a lot of weakness there. I'm going to start pulling some of these charts off. Uh, Rivian, just weak. EVs have just been it's just not that time of now. I know there was a lot of YouTubers come out and they all they could talk about was EVs in the future, but they're further down the line than what a lot of people. And a lot of people lost a lot of money investing into these EVs, thinking they were the next greatest thing. Once again, these guys come in here and they pump these stocks and they just leave traders to a lot of heartache. Uh, we have Roblex down here looking for a move back up to the 9, see how we act there. Possibly when we get back to the 9, it's just going to be another bear flag. I say we're looking for more of trending moves than what we are. Support bounces right now. You have SPX. This is the fib levels. We have taken out the 61.8% fib level yesterday. The next move there would be your 200, which we're going to talk about the 200 on the daily here in a minute. SoFi, just this chart, it's just another chart that is, I'm not sure if this one's going to make it. You could have been short on this all week and made money on it. Just another one that's really struggling. We actually seen some news come out on it this week as well. Now Dow has been the king of this trend up, and you can see it here. The Dow 30 is strong, and we have talked about that in the Discord. Constantly said, those names are some of those names are they're slower traders, but you can buy some time into your strikes or use spreads and kind of let them ride a little bit and make money that way. SPY trading in this broadening channel here. Let's go back. So this is the weekly. So I've kind of drawn this downtrend a couple of different ways, trying to stay high on the wicks. Definitely going to watch this downtrend. We have a more important level to worry about now, but we did close over this. Well, actually, we haven't closed yet, but right now we are over this monthly 9. It's not the weekly, it's the monthly, but we are still holding over this monthly 9. That's a big level. We're not far out from closing on that candle. So this is the major level I'm worried about right now is your weekly 200. I hear a lot of people calling 405 or I'm sorry, on the daily 200. You're seeing a lot of people call out 405. Well, mine's at 402 on more than one broker, and we pushed into that yesterday, according to my my broker's charts that I trade with. We pushed into the 200 yesterday, and that was the rejection that we seen. I see a lot of people calling 405. That could be the EMAs. I'm not sure, but right now on our charts, we touched that 200 yesterday. We actually pushed over it a little bit in after hours last night. This SPY 15-minute chart's just flat here. Not really liking that chart right now. This is our trending chart based on the daily time frame. So this is long-term trends bullish, medium-term trends bullish, short-term trends bullish. Once again, you can see it even better here, right into the 200 daily. So this is a big level. You can see here In August, when we pushed up to the 200 daily, we got, you know, rejected there. See what happens. There's also a downtrend through here coming back from the very end of December, beginning of June area, or beginning of January. You can draw this downtrend rate out, and we'll be pushing up into that. It's right around the 410 area. Let's worry about this 200 first. Square trying to bounce off previous, basically your neckline for your inverted head and shoulders. So I drew this out just out of curiosity, to get them doing a measured move here, basically 19.2%. So it gives that. It gives even more than that. It moved 24.3 to the top and then snatch right back down. So basically, you're getting a retest here, reclaiming a 20. See if that may try to push up to the 9. Not really crazy about that chart. Once again, there's just better names to trade. And if you're a bear, we talked about this, nice bear flag. If you're a bear, you're looking for short charts. Your inverse ETS, you can easily buy puts on those if you'd rather trade bearish than bullish when we have these nice strong trends. There's an option for you. XLK trading in this cup here. Still watching this basic neckline here for resistance. We have not cleared that yet. If we do clear that, you have your daily 200 there. Once again, you have a really nice MACD here as well. Tesla, we have moved down out of this bear flag and yesterday's candle, which we were all over due to just seeing heavy options flow coming in for the past 2 days and seeing that finally getting the move yesterday. But you can see we did push back up and uh, we were able to close strong yesterday with Tesla. You can see it here. We pushed back up into the 9 on the daily. I was kind of running flat down here. It's been, we called this triple top and has made a huge move. We called a diamond, a couple bear flags. It's just been ugly, to be honest. TJ Maxx, once again, retail has just been strong. Also letting this chart hang out for a little while, trending right on the Bollinger Band. Super strong move there. TLT, this is your weekly chart for the 20-year. We do have this downtrend we're pushing up into. Tesla 15, you can see this thing started to rip at market open. I mean, it ripped, pull back, and then give us another rip. Uber, once again, just another weaker name. UNG, big pullback yesterday. We did have some natural gas numbers come in. Looks like natural gas was ripping in pre-market yesterday. We actually, I know it was, we called that out in the Discord. UNG got outside of the Bollinger Bands, took that 200 out, and you can see it pulling back. Basically gapped up and snatched back. MACD still strong there. Like it better inside the Bollinger Bands. Unity, finally, this was a momentum move off earnings, got earnings momentum, pushed up, catalyst play, held the 50 while the 9 called up, flagged, did lose the 9, was able to reclaim it all in the same day. Then boom, we got the nice push up, broke above the resistance level. When you take out a level of interest, you're expecting price acceleration. That's exactly what we got there. Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has been a pretty tough trader. I mean, this thing's been choppy, but there's some nice day trade, really nice moves in there for a day trader. Got pretty tight yesterday. Wells Fargo daily got this inverted head and shoulders trying to push out of it. It's a big pattern. When you get a pattern that's months like that, it can take a lot of time for this move to react. Either way, we're back above the 9 and the 20 there. I'm not a fan of patterns that big because I'm a short-term trader. So with options and the way I trade, I don't need to stay into a trade a month to make 30%. I can make that in a minute, 2 minutes. Walmart, nice push up here. We talked about this above this 150 level. We liked it, and it's been pushing up. Would like to see that 9 get caught up there. XLF, back above, basically flagging in, broke above, draw a line across your previous candles, and the break above. So that kind of textbook there. Exxon Mobil, once again, back above your 9 and 20. You know, this is the wick. We got these pullbacks. We were looking to start to try to go short on energy. Seeing these wicks down here change their minds. And AMC, once again, draw a line across the top of your candle bodies above, expecting price acceleration when you take the level out. A decent push there yesterday. Some of that was on, we looked at the 15-minute chart already. Some of that was on that Amazon news, which was a nice catalyst, provided some opportunities. See if we can hold above this 9 and continue to push here. Just got a decent MACD there. Well, that concludes our video for today. I hope this was helpful. Enjoy the time with your family, and always remember, discipline is the key to your success in trading. Have a great day, everyone. See you in the trading room on Friday. We will be trading. We will have Gino stream will be open for market open on Friday. Have a great day.